What kind of mother would abandon her own daughter? This little girl, only 10 years old, her mother owes money to a loan shark and is pledged as collateral to a debt collector. Her mother called and said she would bring her home the next day with the money. But the girl waited and waited, but her mother never showed up.
너네 엄마 한국에 없어. 돈 벌러 다시 중국에 갔어. 이제 너 싫어서 다시는 안 온대.
거짓말! 나도 안 보고 다니라! 나 엄마 따라갈 거란 말이야!
The man hugged the girl and tears welled up in his eyes. No one could hear such cries without being moved. This unrelated couple, Kevin and the girl, have made the most tender film of the year. Kevin is a former soldier. When he got out of the army, he became a loan shark. He looks mean but is actually an incredibly soft-hearted and gentle man. He buys Lily hot dogs and gives her his room to sleep in. When he saw a homeless man on the road stalking Lily, he kicked him to the ground. Kevin was a good man who didn't really want to kidnap Lily. He believed that Lily's mother would do anything to pay her back.
요즘 세상에 돈 75만 원이 없어가지고 딸 자식 버리고 하는 애비가 어딨어 이 새끼야.
But Lily's mother was slow to show up. When Kevin saw her again, she was being held in the police station with a bunch of people. The police told Kevin this woman was an illegal detainee. We had caught her the night before. She was about to be deported to her home country. Before she left, she had to see Kevin. Lily's mother asked Kevin to take care of her for a while. She said that in a few days Lily's uncle would contact him to pay off the loan sharks and take Lily away. Finally, Lily's mother took out a photo in a pager and asked Kevin to give it to Lily. She also asked Kevin not to tell Lily the truth, but to tell her that her mother was away on a trip to make money. Sooner or later, she would come back for her. Looking at this poor woman, Kevin once again felt weak. He found Lily and drove her home. He repeated his mother's well-intentioned lie to Lily. Lily looked at Kevin.
진짜요? 엄마가 그랬어요?
Kevin turned his head away from Lily and didn't dare look her in the eye because he knew in his heart this poor little girl in front of him might never see her real mother again. Lily was a good girl. All the other children were off at school. She was at home doing laundry and scrubbing the floor. At the sound of footsteps, she turned off the television and greeted the adults respectfully. Kevin was surprised that he didn't ask Lily to do these chores. Kevin said, "You're acting strange today." Lily didn't answer. She just stared at him with expectant eyes. It took her a while to speak.
아저씨, 부산 가봤어요?
그래.
거기 가 있으면 엄마가 진짜 데리러 오는 거 맞아요?
So Lily was so attentive, was expecting Kevin to take her to her mother sooner. Soon Kevin received a phone call from Lily's eldest uncle. He said he would come to pick up the child tomorrow. Kevin was finally relieved that the job was finally done. But before dropping Lily off, Kevin wanted to take her to celebrate and make some good memories for him. And that's when Kevin realized that he didn't know Lily's name. All this time, he'd been calling Lily Guaranteed. Lily gave her name and asked Kevin's name. Kevin exchanged names too. Lily laughed out loud at that. What a silly name. So Lily gave him the nickname Castle. Kevin took Lily to a clothes shop to buy her a nice dress. But Kevin looked at the price and panicked and took Lily away. Then he picked out the cheapest dress for Lily in the disposal section. Afterwards, Lily said she had one more wish. She wanted to see a concert of her loved ones before she left. Of course, Kevin didn't want to spend money on tickets, but to satisfy Lily's wish, halfway through the concert, he took Lily in through the back door. Lily was so happy that night. After the concert, Lily wanted to buy a CD as a souvenir. Kevin was a bit upset at the price, but then the staff said, "You're a great dad for bringing your daughter to the concert." Kevin heard that and made a decision. He put his foot on the table and pulled out the money he had hidden in his sock. On the way back, Lily hugged Kevin. Kevin panicked and told Lily not to do that. Back home, Kevin bought Lily a birthday cake. It wasn't Lily's birthday, but Kevin knew they wouldn't see each other again. Lily wasn't very happy either. She had grown attached to Kevin over the time they had spent together. It was still time to part. Kevin bought Lily a second-hand CD player at the station, hoping she would think of Kevin when she heard the songs of her loved ones. Lily followed her uncle on the bus to Busan. Through the window, Kevin deliberately pretended not to care, but couldn't help but curse. "I'm in a really bad mood. Damn it." The first day Lily left, Kevin felt like he had lost his soul. He started leaving messages on Lily's pager, but he called back and forth a dozen times and didn't hear back from Lily. Kevin had a bad feeling that something might have happened to Lily. Sure enough, that day Kevin finally got a call from Lily, but what he heard was a heartbreaking voice. Lily's voice was choked up and her face was bruised. How could this happen? It turns out that the uncle who picked up little Lily that day was a scumbag. He had sold her to someone else. Those people were not in a proper profession. Not only did they keep Lily from going to school, they also treated her like a slave. They made her sweep the floors, wash the toilets, and clean the rubbish in the karaoke rooms every day. One night, Lily was suddenly called to the private room to clean up the mess. There was a middle-aged customer sitting in the room. He was angry because he was not satisfied with the service and the glass fragments hurt Lily's face. Lily bandages the wound briefly. She takes the opportunity to steal the phone and dial Kevin's number and tell him where she is. Kevin hung up the phone in anger and drove overnight to the scene. He was distraught to see the state of Lily's condition. He told Lily to back off and smash the door glass. He wanted to take Lily away. "Uncle, it's okay now. Don't cry." On the way back, Lily wiped the blood from Kevin's hand with her sleeve. Kevin laid Lily down and stroked her hair. He was determined to take responsibility for Lily to the end. Kevin wants Lily to go to school, but the school director says that Lily is illegally detained and cannot attend compulsory education unless Kevin is made Lily's father. When Lily heard this, she ran away. She was still convinced that her mother would come back for her one day. Finally, with Kevin's persuasion, Lily accepted. She started to go to school like any other child and worked so hard that she got 100% on many of her exams. In no time at all, Lily grew up and she got into a prestigious university with excellent grades. Although Lily never called Kevin her father, but in each other's hearts, they had become close as father and daughter, until one day Kevin received a phone call from Lily's grandmother. She said Lily's mother was very ill and wanted to see her daughter. After all these years, Lily had no more complaints about her mother. They hugged each other and cried. Kevin closed the door and couldn't bear to disturb her. Before saying goodbye, Lily's mother made one more wish to Kevin. She wanted him to find her father, who had abandoned her, so that she could be reunited with her daughter. Kevin agreed. After returning home, he finally found Lily's heartless father, and he already has a new family in Korea. When Lily decides to meet her father, Kevin, who is at the door, leaves in frustration. He returns home and looks at Lily's childhood photos and smiles. At that moment, the phone rang and Kevin picked it up. "Hello, Dad." It was the first time Lily had ever called Kevin Daddy. "Daddy dropped me off. He should pick me up too." "That's right. Where are you now? Is it in that place just now? You stay there and wait for me right there." Then Lily waited and waited, but her dad never showed up. Kevin had disappeared. Lily searched for him for 10 years and couldn't find him. She went to the police station to ask if there was a man called Kevin, but the police had searched their files and found no one. 10 years later, Lily suddenly thought of something. She excitedly asked the police if there was a man called Castle. That was the name Lily had given Kevin earlier, and there was. The age and name matched Kevin's description, and the man was in a nursing home. And when they arrived in a hurry, they found out that it was more like a mental institution than a sanatorium. Kevin was being held in a small room here. The doctor said he had been suffering from a brain attack for a long time, but had refused treatment. That's why he had a car accident the day he left to pick up Lily and lost his memory. There are only two names in his mind: Castle, as Lily had called him, and Guarantee, as he had nicknamed Lily. These two names are written in Kevin's notebook. At the end of the film, Lily finally meets Kevin. He is dull and dirty, although he doesn't recognize Lily anymore, but he still reacts instantly to the word guarantee. He pulls out the CD player he once bought for Lily, and Lily says to Kevin, "From now on your uncle's mortgage, I won't let go until you get your memory back."